Hello and welcome to Great Day Live Travel Edition. I'm Java Ingram.
And I'm Janelle Martinez. Thanks for joining us. So over the next half hour, we want to talk about one of our favorite topics, travel.
That's right. Who doesn't have a bucket list? Well, today we have some destinations near and far to put on that list.
Yes, and we start with an activity close to home. So I was always curious about scalloping, and I got to talk to a captain up in Crystal River about the annual Florida treasure hunt.
I love coming up to Scallop. It's such a warm day, full of sun. I mean, I love being in the salt water. It's very healing. Scalloping for me, though, is such a hunt. It's hard for me. I'm usually the first one in the water and the last one out. I never get tired of being in the water.
Today we're diving into one of Florida's oldest traditions, scalloping, and Captain Anthony's here to tell us all about it. So thanks for having us out today.
Yes.
So you grew up in Crystal River. Can you talk to me about what that was like?
Oh man, a little paradise growing up.
Yeah.
Always swimming in the rivers, always scalloping, the springs, and that's pretty much every day.
Okay, so let's dive into the scalloping, as I
Yes.
mentioned before. So to start from the beginning, like what do you need as a family? You need
Good snorkel
equipment.
gear,
Okay.
nice fins. You want to plan, so try to catch that low tide, try to catch a sunny day. Those are all things that are going to be in your favor when you're trying to scallop.
And I know you could bring your own boat out, but it's
Yes.
probably easiest and probably more efficient to hire a guide like yourself. So
Yep.
tell me about your company, what you do.
Yeah, so we specialize in scallop trips. We specialize in large groups, up to 14 people on one boat. Pricing is about $90 per person. We have a 5-hour trip,
Okay.
and yeah, we clean your scallops for you. And then that's your clean scallop left behind.
Okay, so what about the ages? Like,
Yes.
you know, my kids are teenagers, so they would be fine, but what is too young, would you say?
I recommend 4 or 5 years old is a good starting age. You want to be able to drop under the water with your snorkel and be able to dive down to about 4 to 5 foot range. You find them sporadically, and it's a lot of fun to be out there snorkeling with your family.
Getting used to the snorkel is really valuable, but once you get used to it, I mean, you can stay under, you can look under the sea life just endlessly, you know?
So then describe what happens. You jump off the boat, and
Yes.
then what are your instructions?
Yep, so we try to stay within 100 feet of the boat, and always keep the boat in your eyesight and look for those scallops. You want to see them opened up a little bit. They blend in very good with the environment, so it's truly a treasure hunt. Yeah.
And that's what the kids like.
Yeah, they have better eyesight than us, so they tend to find them, and we can dive down and catch them for them.
Like, you dive down and you gotta like scan the floor, breathing through your snorkel. And if you see one, you gotta kind of be careful because they'll like squirt away from you. It's not that fast though, so basically once you see it, you gotta breathe, you gotta take a breath and dive right down, and you can grab it off the seafloor and put it into your scallop bag. And you can straight back up and look for more.
It's so exciting when they find scallops and they come up and they're just excited, and that really brings a lot of joy out for them, and then they start to love the experience. Because you know, the boat ride can be long for them, but once they catch that first scallop, they're just like, they don't want to get out of the water either.
Very nice scallops this year.
So let's talk about those scallops because they're really delicious.
Yes.
Right? Because these are the
Yes.
bay scallops.
Yes.
So talk about what makes them so good.
So they're really tender, they're very sweet, they're good in a pasta, they're good in a dish by themselves. Yeah, they're easy to prepare.
My favorite way to eat them personally is you open up the shells, you put butter in, and then you cook them over a fire.
That sounds delicious.
It is delicious.
I'm gonna come to your house and do that one day.
Okay.
So, but one of the things that I know people like to do when they come out here is maybe take those scallops to a restaurant and they'll cook them up for you.
So here in Kings Bay, we have a lot of restaurants that will cook your catch for you, whether it's redfish, snapper, or scallops. Season is limited so that we can have more scallops to continue this scallop adventure for years to come. We're limited to 2 gallons per person and 10 gallons max per vessel.
And I would say just being out here is good. So if you have
Oh,
kids
yeah.
that really like it, but maybe the parents don't, it's still a lovely day out on the water.
Yeah, the cooler's full. We got 5 hours, and we can put you a float noodle out and just relax.
Well, summers are made for lazy beach days, sunset cocktails, and making memories on a fun summer vacay.
And here to make sure we do not miss out on planning the perfect summer family vacation is Terry Ward, travel expert extraordinaire.
Thank you. Thank you for that intro. Nice to see you both.
I know. Nice to see you as well. Okay, so we are starting with a cruise, yes?
Yes, and this is one I'm personally really excited about because I've been on the sister ship. It's
Right.
MSC World America. World Europa is the ship that's in Europe. This one is coming to the Caribbean, and it's launching from Miami in April. So they're going to have 7-night sailings to the Eastern and Western Caribbean, places like Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, Roatan and Honduras, and MSC's private island in the Bahamas, which is amazing, you guys. It's a marine preserve that they've totally reclaimed. This ship is just incredible. It's got 18 bars, 19 dining venues. They have this central, this is the Kids Club, Do Re Mi Land, the water
great.
park. The Kids Club is the biggest one in their fleet. It's 10,000 square feet with 7 rooms. I could not tear my kids from it when we went on the
That's good to
sister
hear.
ship.
Because it looks so fun.
And this is a massive ship, y'all. It's got 6,700 passengers, a bit more. It's almost the size of the Icon of the Seas, and it's just a showstopper. It's got the only overwater swing ride at sea. It's called the Cliffhanger. So much to look forward to, and sailing right out of Miami. I've seen good prices for summer, about $900 a person, which is pretty good, all inclusive.
Yeah,
Nice.
okay. All right, so where to next? Alaska?
Yes,
Okay.
this is another cruise. Princess has been sailing in Alaska for decades. They have 7 ships. They leave from 5 home ports, and new this year is LA. You can sail from LA to Alaska. Something new to think about. What they really do that I like is they have a national park cruise tours.
Okay.
So they mix this itinerary that's 7 days on the cruise, and then you're staying on land and visiting the national parks like Denali, Kenai Fjords, Glacier National Park, and like I said, you can choose from leaving from cities like San Francisco, Vancouver, Los Angeles, and I just think it's a great way to combine. They combine with rail tours.
Oh, really?
So a lot of people, you know, you've done Alaska by cruise. This is a way to really see more on land too, and spend time in our amazing national parks, which really need our support right now.
A little bit of both.
For sure. Oh, I love this idea. Okay, up next, we are headed to Chattanooga.
Yes, I think this is a great drive-to destination from Tampa. It's about a 9-hour drive. You can stop at Atlanta on the way out. This is Lookout Mountain. Chattanooga just has this great mix. It's on the Tennessee River. That's what you're seeing here. Lots of parks, lots of concerts in the summer. They've also got this amazing aquarium, which you're seeing here, the Tennessee Aquarium, that takes a journey of water from mountain to the sea. So you've got sharks and penguins and marine creatures, as well as the creatures that are living in the Tennessee River right there. Really fascinating. And Chattanooga's got a great live music scene, breweries, also Ruby Falls, which is the largest underground waterfall in the country. This is what you're seeing here.
Check that
You
out.
take a glass elevator down 1,100 feet down, and then I know, it's amazing though. I saw it, and it's illuminated. It's really special, and the founder found it in 1920. It's named after his wife, Ruby. Really sweet.
Special.
There's a rail museum, just tons to do there. Great
It's
family
beautiful
vacation,
there.
mix of nature and city. They're at the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains.
That's wonderful. Okay, so where to next? Banff?
Yes, Canada. I think it's a good time to show our Canadian neighbors some love too. And Banff Lake Louise is just a gorgeous destination. This is the Rocky Mountains.
that's
gorgeous. It's hugely popular for skiing in the winter, but summer is actually their really busy season. So May and June would be the best time to get here. It gets a little crowded during July and August. We're talking coolcation, like you're getting out of the Florida heat, hiking, mountain biking. They've got a Via Ferrata, tons of adventure in Banff Lake Louise, and a new wellness area open at the Fairmont Lake Louise.
Love to hear that. And last but not least, we're headed to Sweden.
Right, and I suggest this tour. This is for Midsummers. It's celebrating the summer solstice, and Klädermusen Experiences is a Swedish mountaineering gear brand that leads these really small group intrepid tours. They're taking you, I mean, you would have to know a friend to get invited to a celebration like this. And Midsummer is all about celebrating the longest day of the year and the shortest night. Swedes live for this time of year. You're drinking schnapps, you're dancing around the maypole, and just really celebrating summer.
Yeah, really
somewhere a lot less hot than here.
Yes, love it.
Terry, thank
Such
you
good
so
ideas.
much. You can connect with Terry and follow all of her travel adventures. Floridians who love to travel are lucky to have such easy access to cruises. While most tourists fly in from all over the country to hop on a ship, we Floridians just have to drive to one of the major ports. Port Canaveral is one of those ports, and one of the biggest cruise lines there is Disney. Our producer Jackie got to see Disney's newest ship, the Treasure. Here's a look inside.
Hi, Minnie! Are you so excited about your new ship? Tell me all about the Treasure.
So if you look at the ship, she's beautiful, right? Exterior, signature, golden age of cruising, bright blues, bright yellows. The moment you step onto that ship into the Grand Hall, we're going to take you on a whole new adventure.
Storytelling is at the heart of everything we do. I mean, as a company, that is our DNA. And these stories we wanted to tell here were stories of adventure. And it really chronicles back to Walt's love of exploration. And so with all of the stories that we have in our portfolio at Disney, we thought we were able to really tell some unique ones that we haven't told before across the fleet.
We're going to tell you stories of Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Lucasfilm, first ever Disney Pixar Coco dining experience. We've never done anything around Coco, so we bring you on that adventure. The Walt Disney Theater is going to bring the tale of Moana to life.
It was the first time that we made a decision to say, let's look at stories we've told at our theme parks over the years and bring theme park attractions to life in a very different way.
Do you love the Treasure?
All of our kids have dedicated clubs just for them, whether you're 3 to 10, you're a tween, you're a teen. You know, when they go to our kids clubs, the characters come to visit too, but it's more than an autograph. They stay to play. And that gives parents some time to actually play or have fun, relax on their own.
Step into the Grand Hall. There's a great slide that takes you into the youth activities. Drop your kids off there, and the adults can enjoy the rest of the ships. We've got the Quiet Cove, nice little pool area, nice little cocktail bar, Quiet Cove to grab a cup of coffee in the morning. We've got Enchante, a great restaurant on board. The Rose, which is a great bar area to grab a cocktail before you eat.
The fleet will be increasing. Talk about the strategy there with Disney Cruise Line of investing more into that part of the company.
You know what? Cruising is really on fire as an industry. Allows guests to see the world, experience different things, and we take care of you while you're living among us, while you're on board. So as you know, we're growing our fleet from the 4 ships we've had in the water up to 13 ships worldwide. And that just really allows us to bring more of the Disney magic and the Disney entertainment to guests, not just in the US, but all across the world.
I love that. I love that. And you know, Jennifer, I think I see my pal Minnie Mouse over there.
She looks fabulous.
She sure does. Hi, Minnie. You look beautiful. Ready for adventure.
They have selected you to fill our quota.
I mean, we were so excited to bring our iconic Disney Parks attractions to the Disney Treasure. And this one, I mean, this has been a labor of love. We've been working on this for 4 years. Started by researching all original art and ideas from the original attraction. And then from there, we kind of created this whole experience based around music and illusion making and all the fun things that make the Haunted Mansion the Haunted Mansion. We wanted it to feel like no matter where you sit, you might hear or see something different. And so we encourage you to come back again and again. It's open to families during the day, adults only after 9 p.m. But no matter where you sit on that 7-night itinerary, you might hear or see different things. The attraction, you know, it has story and characters that you can only meet in that experience. Here in the Haunted Mansion parlor, we have some ghosts that are residents here as well, such as our ghost captain and his bride. The whole storyline revolves around them. And so, you know, we kind of gave everything a little bit of a nautical twist because we are on a cruise ship and we really wanted to celebrate that.
Yes, I love that. I know this clock and portrait is
Yeah, isn't the clock great? Do you know what that means?
I don't.
It's time for spirits to arrive.
Oh, my favorite kind of spirit.
Yeah, well, these are non-spirits, 0 proof. This is called sympathetic libations. Shall we cheers?
Yes. Cheers. Tell me
welcome.
about this live show on the Disney Treasure.
Well, it's amazing. We have 2 different nights that we are presenting here on the Treasure because we are doing a 7-night cruise. The first night is all about family. We want to establish, once again, the Rivera family. You get to see Miguel, his abuela. They've been cooking for you. We're welcoming you into the Plaza of Santa Cecilia. And so you get to dine with the family and just have time together as we prepare for Dia de Muertos. Then you come back later in your cruise for night 2, where it is Dia de Muertos, and we're celebrating together. You're getting to experience the authentic Mexican culture and learn a lot of about Dia de Muertos, how it's celebrated through the lens of Miguel, the Rivera family. And we have a beautiful ofrenda here that everyone can enjoy while you're dining on Mexican food. So many beautiful stories that we continue to tell, and I think it's awesome that we can tell such a relevant cultural story and really do a deep dive. I think culture is meant to be shared with the world, and as someone of Mexican heritage, I couldn't be more proud to represent my family, my ancestors, the country of Mexico in such a relevant and cultural, authentic way.
My name is Jody Kimura. I am one of the Broadway guest artists on the ship. There's 2 of us. And I have the great privilege of playing Gramatala in The Tale of Moana. So this is the first stage iteration ever on any stage of Moana. And, you know, it's amazing to see it come to life after 5 years of work and imagining what it's going to be like. Our puppets that you will see were designed by Michael Curry, who designed the puppets for Lion King on Broadway. This is Tefiti. She's one of our puppets. She starts as Teka and makes a magical transformation right before your very eyes on stage. So the technology will amaze you. But really, I think what people will go away with is the story and how they felt and the journey they took.
If you would like to travel more but can't afford it, there may be a way to see the country, even different parts of the world, without spending a dime on accommodations. House sitting, a great way to travel, and guess who knows this firsthand? Our friend, outdoorsy diva Lauren Gay is back with us. So welcome back to the show.
Hi, Java.
We're glad you're fitting us in between your house sitting.
Yes.
And yes, this is such a unique idea. So how did you discover this?
I actually learned about this through another travel content creator, Vicarious, Stephanie Perry. I have to give her full credit. And Stephanie's been doing this for years. She has a course about it. I had been admiring, and so when I decided that I wanted to figure out a way to travel more, work from anywhere, I took her course, and boom, just like that, it's been happening, and I now have my 5th booked house sit under my belt.
Okay, so you're going to give us some tips for people who are interested in following in your footsteps. But first off, what do you think about it? What are your thoughts so far?
So far, you know what? I absolutely love it. Yeah. I love, number one, the families that I've met have been just great. They've been just really good people. And then it fills my puppy love need because I left my doggy behind with my son. Yeah. And I know how it feels as a pet owner to want to travel and want to make sure your fur baby's okay. Sure. So I'm really doing a service to help them out. So I love that part.
I love that too. So let's get to your tips. You have 5 for us this morning. Up first, you say, work with a company that's a good company. You've done your due diligence, you know they're legit.
Correct. There's a few out there. The number one in the industry is Trusted House Sitters. They're actually based in the UK. That is a well-known company. They do a background check. You do have to pay an annual fee, so you have to be serious about doing this, and so does the homeowner. And so it just takes care of everything for you. You have a profile. That's how you'll find each other and find your match. And then, you can go through the process. That way, you'll do a video chat, get to know each other and feel it out. So it just makes it easy for you and protects you. It also provides some level of insurance protection as well.
Okay, good to know. Tip number 2, you say be flexible with your destination.
Yes, so if you can let the sit drive the vacation, then you're gonna be having the most success, because if you can pull it up, it has a map feature and you can put in your dates and see like what things are available. And that's how I ended up with the plans for me to go to England next month.
Okay, I was gonna ask, what are some of the places that you've gone?
So far I've done Denver, I've done Seattle, I have one here in the Bay Area, I'm going to England, I have one also booked for San Francisco. So they're literally all over the world.
Okay, I love that. Tip number 3, you say create an awesome profile. And I told you earlier, it kind of sounds a lot like dating.
It is a lot like dating. I'm actually having probably more success with this one. But your profile, you want to show that you're not a crazy person. You're not a threat. In my profile, I talk about I'm a mom. I'm a fur baby. I know how to keep things alive. I have lots of pictures with me with animals. Y'all know I'm always talking about wildlife on here. And so those things will really shine through. But mostly just want people to know they can trust you.
Right, because you're in their home.
You're in their home. And you also have to, if you have things like you can't take smokers, I have asthma. So I can't be in a smoker's home. Some people will request they want someone who's COVID vaccinated. Because, I had one who didn't want you to eat meat in their home. I've seen that. So whatever your needs are, you can put that in your profile.
Okay, good to know. Tip number 4, you say have great references.
Have great references. So if you're starting out, use your friends. That's what I did. My besties, I watch their house, their kids, and their dogs all the time. So have them write a reference for you. And then that's how you can get started before you actually get your first sits. Then once you get your first official sits on the site, then they will leave you 5 stars, hopefully, leave you a great reference. You leave them a reference as well. So it works both ways. And so the more 5 stars you get, then of course the easier it is to book your next one.
That makes sense. All right, tip number 5, you say communicate with your clients. And I'm sure you want to know exactly what their expectation of you is before walking into the house.
Exactly. So you want to make sure you understand the things they would like you to do, the routine for their pet, if they have any, watering the plants, checking the mail. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Honor their request, not having guests in their home without prior approval, just things like that. And showing up for the sit, you don't want to leave someone in a lurch. If you have to cancel, give them plenty of notice so that they can try and find someone else. Sits can be as short as 2 days, but they can be as long as months.
Okay, good to know. Well, thank you so much for introducing us to this different way of traveling. We like it. For more ideas from Lauren, you can head to her website, which is outdoorsydiva.com.
While we have miles of beaches here on the west coast of Florida, Central Florida has another kind of waterfront, lakes. GDL got to visit Lake County, Florida, which is in between Orlando and Ocala. What we discovered was an area full of small town charm and lakefront fun.
The quaint feeling, the opportunities for families to come down here and just relax and enjoy the seaside, to visit one of the great restaurants here in downtown Tavares and just relax, just have a good time with each other.
Welcome to the heart of Lake County. Lake Harris is the largest chain of lakes in the state of Florida.
We're in downtown Tavares, right? And this is just a wonderful opportunity for people to come down here and if you want to grab a bite to eat at lunch, what's great is that they have seaplane launches and takeoff, and you can have a lunch, sit out on the porch, watch seaplanes land and take off. It's really a great opportunity for families to come out here.
There are so many ways to experience Lake County's massive, beautiful lakes. Too many lakes to count.
So one of the great things about Lake County, and it's pretty obvious how Lake County got its name, is they're synonymous for lakes. There's 1,000 lakes here in Lake County, and again, when you go to these areas, you have walking trails, you have playgrounds, you have just wonderful downtowns that have great restaurants. It's more of a recreational feeling, but just an opportunity for families to come down here and relax and spend time with each other. Here in Lake County, we've really established ourselves as championship fishing.
But there is so much more than just fishing.
What we like about our waterways is they are much calmer, except during storms. When you get into the intracoastal waterways or the ocean, you have big tides and big waves. These boats aren't really friendly with waves, okay? They look like surfboards, but you can't surf on them, and you don't even want to try. Not fun. So it's great here because inexperienced boaters can get the real feel of boating without worrying about these big 2 and 3 foot waves hitting them.
Meet Brian Young, the owner of Catboat Adventure Tours.
The town of Mount Dora, as you've probably discovered as you're walking around, is incredible. People do their staycations here, and we're always at the top of the list of things that they want to do. So, great combination of stuff, Lake County.
This is just one of the many exciting ways to enjoy these waterways. But exploring these lakes is not only done by water.
You can have a lunch, sit out on the porch, watch seaplanes land and take off.
It was kind of nerve-wracking, and I thought I would chicken out, but I didn't.
I think what's really great about these lakes is that there's so much opportunity from a recreational standpoint. And what I mean by that is that families can come here, you can paddleboard, you can explore our lakes and see the wonderful nature. You may have a chance to see maybe a bald eagle flying around. So it's just to be able to experience our lakes and see all the nature, and who doesn't want to be spending time on a lake?
So are you ready to pack those suitcases yet?
I am. That looked like so much fun, right? Let's go. So thanks for joining us for this special edition of Great Day Live. Be sure to join us every weekday at 9 a.m.
That's right. We will see you next time, and safe travels.